Welcome back to our business series. I'm super excited to share more information with you, and I cannot wait to get your feedback. Here's today's topic. First and foremost, when you have a big, bright idea, the first thing you do before you go talk to anybody, before you say one word to your best friend, like your friend, like get on the internet and whatever name it is that you've come up with, enter that name into the browser, .com, whatever it is. So when I did House of Hot, came up with this name, figured out what I wanted to do, I literally typed in www.houseofhot.com. And lo and behold, DNSR came up, or something to that effect. And I used Time Warner cable at the time, so like the little Roadrunner thing came up, basically saying the page didn't exist. And I was like, well, I'll be damned. Nobody has this name. Like, it's 2009. Nobody has House of Hot. So the first thing you do from that moment, before you scratch your ass, before you go fart, before you go pee, before you go eat, before you do anything, go to somewhere like GoDaddy.com and buy the freaking domain name. Immediately. I cannot stress this enough because I tell people this all the time, and I know people that did not take this advice and they screwed themselves. They waited forever, went and ran their mouth to people and let time fly by and let that energy circulate on across the world. Somebody else nabbed that domain name and they did not get it. So don't be that person. Then the next thing you need to do is to start to secure and create intellectual properties. And that includes as well social media handles. Get all the social media handles that you possibly can with your name. House of Hot, at the time when I did that, there wasn't a ton of social media yet, but I secured the Facebook page and, Twitter and all that stuff. When Instagram came out, this is how sneaky people are. Somebody tried to take House of Hot, but because I had trademarked, the name and everything, fought. Somebody was basically going to try to sit on it. Instagram was not trying to help me. It took me 2 years basically to get the Instagram handle House of Hot. The other person couldn't do anything with it because I owned the trademark. Like, it was my company. So yeah, people will basically squat on your names just so you can pay them money. And I didn't pay for House of Hot, just so you know. Speaking of trademarks, don't get in a tizzy and think you have to go trademarking something right away. You can do that within the first, couple years that you're in business to make sure you're stable and steady and this is actually going to happen and this is your thing. Because otherwise it's a waste of money. But the trademarking process starts long before you actually fill out United States trademarking application. Making sure you state claim of your name, sending letterhead out, emails with, the proper signature and headers and stuff like that. That is creating your mark. That is taking claim that you are using and functioning with this name as a business, and that you're establishing ownership. That's actually a part of the process with trademarking. So you definitely want to do that. The trademarking process itself takes a long time. It was literally almost exactly 18 months. In fact, it was exactly 18 months from the time I filed to the time I actually got approved and got my trademark done through the Trademark and Patent Office. So that won't happen overnight. So just take your time, make sure you're in it for the long run, because it cost back then about $3,000. It's a lot of money to invest in something that you're not too sure about. So that's a future step. As far as getting stuff like that done, like legal wise, I'm going to recommend LegalZoom. I've used LegalZoom for a number of things. You definitely, when you get your business, you want to either incorporate it or make it an LLC. I would suggest starting out, just do an LLC. That'll protect you legally later on. We'll get into that later, but my company is incorporated, which is also a level of protection as well. But you can do all this stuff through LegalZoom, and it's not that expensive. But if you go through a regular attorney to get it done, then it can get really, really pricey. So utilize LegalZoom. Those attorneys, they all work together as a group. It's a brilliant operation. They have customer service, so you can speak to people if you don't understand something. Definitely the easier route than trying to get an attorney and spending a lot of unnecessary money. Somebody that's going to be billing you every hour, billing you to make a phone call. Like, I'm like, really? I don't need you to call me for that. Now you've billed me another $500. No, don't call me. Don't email me. Don't contact me unless the court is asking for me. Just do your job. But, Can you tell I'm bitter about attorneys? Yeah. They're like next to car salesmen. I don't trust them. Relationships. Relationships are so key. I hate networking events. I hate networking events. I despise them. The traditional sense of networking. They're a waste of time. I don't even have cards really printed with my name and information on anymore. I just don't. Because my thing is cultivating genuine relationships goes so much further than somebody you met at a mixer. Because mixers, people at networking events, everybody's coming in with this attitude of, okay, who am I gonna meet? Who's gonna help me? What can that person do? Ooh, let me give you my card. Give me your card. Give me your card. Because I want to see what you can do for me. Anybody in their right mind that is in a place of power at a company, you are not going to find them at a networking event. Not those kind, because they don't like them either, because people will gravitate to them because of what they think they can get from them. So I don't waste my time with networking events. I just don't. You should really focus on cultivating genuine relationships. It takes a whole lot more time, but it's just like a foundation. You can throw a stack of toothpicks down and expect to sit some bricks on it and see what happens. Your foundation is going to crumble. So if you have a relationship that has genuinely grown with someone else, you're able to start to count on them. Like, they'll genuinely want to help you. They'll genuinely want to see who they know or who they can connect you with because they know who you are. You're of substance. If you're not a person of substance, this whole thing is probably not going to work for you. Start looking at it as, okay, not what this person can do for me, but maybe this relationship, like, how can I be beneficial to this person? And I guarantee you every single time when you really get to know somebody that's, in a profession that you want to be in, like, it'll work in your favor. Because the hidden agendas aren't there. You don't have hidden agendas. Don't go into meeting somebody just simply to what you can get, because you're starting off wrong to begin with. The other thing is learn the value of no. Simple as that. No is a powerful word, and so is yes. You need to know when to say no and when to say yes. People that want stuff from you all the time for free, or say, oh, it's a good exposure, or it's this or that, usually they're taking advantage of you. And you need to know your worth. You need to know your self-worth. If you have a bunch of friends that are constantly asking you for free stuff and you just started business, you need to check them. Put them in their place, because real friends will pay full price for your business as a way of supporting you. There's a girl, I just got a shipment in from Nikki, and it's not like we're besties. I know her through YouTube is how we met. She was a YouTuber, and I just respected her hustle. So we've kind of kept up with each other all this time. She has a bubble like a bath soap type company, and it's called Bubble Babes, and it's so cute. So I ordered some stuff from her. It was a way of supporting. I don't even really I take showers all the time. I don't do bath bombs. I don't be having time for all that. Single mom, entrepreneur, momatrepreneur. Yeah. But I wanted to support her. And she has some amazing stuff. I'll put her link down below as well. You want to see people do well. So if I got a little extra coin that I can throw your way, then I'm going to do it. I'm not going to ask you for a discount. And usually people, coming to me, I'm good for giving stuff away all the time anyway, or, giving a discount. I'm going to do what I can do, basically. There's another girl, Arnita Johnson, who I mentioned, I think. So this is my third company, House of Hot. The first one, be prepared to fail, because if you hadn't failed in business, you're probably not going to be successful. Every single successful person that I know, like big time, like stupid gazillion $1 million people, they've all failed a number of times. So don't be afraid to fail. It's going to happen. My first business failed. Had to walk away from it. The second one, my graphic design company, which is when I met Arnita. Actually, I met Arnita in high school, but we kind of crossed each other's path again, is because she was starting a company, which was A&B Credit. Now it's Luxurious Credit. You've probably heard of her. You probably follow her. If you're looking to get your credit fixed, that's your girl. She's legit. But yeah, she was starting out and she needed some marketing material. She understood about having a professional look. And so I did all her marketing materials for her. She didn't ask for a discount. She paid full price because she was investing in me, and me in return, of course, I gave her some like extra stuff, didn't charge her full price, but I appreciated it. And Arnita is stupid successful right now. She is legit. I can't express that enough. I'll put her information down below. There are a lot of scammers out there, but she is on her game. People always say the game is meant to be sold, not told. She's doing both. You're good when you can sell the game and give it away for free at the same time. So yeah, check her out. So House of Hot is my third company. And when I started it, like I said, the domain name, the next thing you need to do that goes back to tips for the startup. If you don't do nothing else, please add on an email address with your domain name. There's nothing worse than somebody sending me an email that says, hotbodyshop@gmail.com, and I'm supposed to take you seriously when you haven't even invested $5 a month or whatever it is to do your email hosting. It's not that difficult. Tiara's company has all that stuff. TT's way ahead of the game. So I love this one. Yeah, so that's important to have. I have a friend that works in PR for BET right now, and she's a high level person over there. She's like a sister of mine. I mean, we've been besties for a long time. We've had this conversation before, how she'll get emails from reputable people or publicists who she's dealing with, representing like a big name A-list or B-list actor or actress or entertainer. And they have, ride or die publicist at gmail.com. And it's like, she's like, sometimes she won't even open the email because it's like, don't disrespect me like that. Like, if you're going to come correct. And I mean, she can afford to ignore your emails. So you don't want to get yourself in that situation. So make sure you have the proper credentials. That's something that's so simple, and it is like one of the first layers of establishing your credibility as a company. Get your freaking name at yourcompany.com, please. Or .com, please. That's so important. It is so important. I can't stress that enough. Oh yeah. So some people want to know, like, I know a lot of people want to know how I make my money. I work! Oh my God, I work. I work a lot. I do a lot of, stuff to keep this thing going. Oh, sorry. I'm like, that blew Tiara's ears out. She's like, what the holy crap? Sorry. I just get so frustrated because people see all this stuff that I have and they just see the surface. Like, you don't see the crazy 16, 18-hour days. I sometimes don't make a lot of money from doing like this in particular. I don't. The other money comes in, you know, and other sources that are directly related to this, but not from shooting these videos. And it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to do it. There are a lot of hours behind this. So I get frustrated when people say, oh, where your money come from? Because you just see my Louboutins or you see my Birkin, which is dirty. I don't even really carry her anymore because she needs to be cleaned. But you see all that, and that's fine. But don't be rude and disrespectful asking me where my money come from. It comes from me getting 1 or 2 hours of sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be the first to tell you, I've been in relationships with some really great dudes. Like, I'm friends with most all my exes. Like, my exes will, if I need somebody to vouch for me, I can call my exes right now and they will sing a pretty little song about me. So yeah, like, they've given me some nice gifts. I'll be the first to tell you, but I don't have to put my business out there like that. But it's also frustrating because I do work and I do have my own stuff, but sometimes us as a people can't see that far, and it's really disheartening. I'm going way off now. That young women can't see any further than you laying on your back to get something. Like, that bothers me. Like, you're telling me just because I'm a Black woman, I can't be successful on my own. It has to come from another dude. Yeah, I've had some great exes, like amazing. And they've, you know, bought me stuff here and there. But bitch, I bought my own stuff too. A lot. Okay? It's my name. The department stores know. Okay. Sorry, TT. I know you're going to be like, girl, cut that tone. That was directed at a few people specifically. Please don't take that to heart, my loves. That was not for all of you. That was for 1 or 2 people. They know who they are. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's just frustrating because when you put in the amount of hours that I put into making all this happen, and then somebody comes along and discredits you, basically, in a sentence, you'd feel some sort of way too. Anyway, I think I've answered most everybody's questions pretty detailed and thorough. The only other thing that I want to talk about is diversifying yourself, which is kind of a contradiction of what I said earlier about kind of staying in your lane. So stay in your lane, but you can also, you know, have other things going, like make investments, safe, not, you know, you have to take a risk sometimes. And, you know, I've invested money in companies. I've, you know, put a little money over here, put a little money over there. And eventually sometimes, you know, it comes back. And so you have a stream of income coming from here. You have some coming from here. You have some coming from there. And that's how you get along. Like, that's how you survive. So yeah. Do I get frustrated when people want to take away, you know, the things that I've worked really hard for? Yeah, it gets frustrating. I didn't mean to go off like that, but I just need to get that point across. You can always find other avenues of, you know, getting money. Simple as that.
I'm a dork.